What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we are carrying on with our games. We were 8-4 at the start of the day and I actually had a fantastic period of FIFA today. I've been playing some of the best FIFA I've played in a long time. Felt good to be playing, and if you wait until the live section in the last half of the video, you'll actually understand what I was doing to be able to keep myself relaxed and play my best FIFA. Definitely something that I think is worth listening to if you want to. Now, I picked out some comments from today's video. Some of them are very, very good, but I want to address one first in particular because I think it's a very fair question and I think it deserves an answer. There's like a gnat or something in here, man. So if you see me like this, man, I'm just what is that? Hello? A string? Come on now. Lewis Chappell says, Nep, why the introduction of clickbait titles? Don't you trust us to click on the video? Not meant to be a hate message, but you don't need to take advantage of your die-hard fans, as basically all of us watch this channel over the main one. I've unsubbed from loads of clickbait channels, and this has always been an honest, entertaining channel that I always go to every night, maybe not anymore. My first response to that is, regardless of the title, it doesn't change the content. So if you enjoyed the content anyway, it shouldn't actually matter to you and the hardcore fans what the title would say, because you would want to watch the content. So I don't understand why that would mean that. But as I say, it's a very fair question that warrants an answer. And the simple answer to that is, in my opinion, and some of you may disagree and some of you may agree, in my opinion, what my titles are clickbait in the media sense of, yes, I want to give you the most enticing bit of information from the video so that you click on it to watch the video. But in terms of like clickbait, what the YouTube community knows as clickbait, I personally don't believe that they are clickbait. I do believe they are on the edge of giving the most enthralling kind of wow, this happened kind of title, because it's something that I say, talk about, or do in the video. You will never ever find something in my title that is not in the video. So for example, in yesterday's video, which is the comment that this alludes to, the video is titled Getting Coins Wiped, with a question mark and an exclamation mark. And there is a period of the video, a long period as well, a 4 to 5 minute period, where we talk about one of the viewers that had his coins wiped. We talk about why he had his coins wiped, how he could evade it, and the fact that it's against terms of service. So it's not like the title was misleading in the sense that there was nothing to do with getting coins wiped in the video. There was definitely, you know, we spoke about it. It was in the video. There was something there. As you well know, as you stated, this is a Road to Glory channel with die-hard fans. So it's unlikely that you guys would read that title and think that I got my coins wiped. I may well have got my coins wiped, and I may well, but it also might well have been a topic of discussion in the video. My videos are very much just a discussion medium, you know, between you and I answer your questions. There's also always a lot of stuff in there. There was a video that I made 3 weeks ago called Foot Birthday, 8 years of FUT. At FIFA 17 Road to Glory. It was episode number 187, and it done exceptionally well, way beyond what I normally do on this channel. And that was because people were probably clicking on that, looking at what information did I have on Foot Birthday, but I was just talking about Foot Birthday, and it was quite a large portion of the video. So I talked about Foot Birthday, I put Foot Birthday in the title, and it does better. So when you say, do you not trust us to click on your videos? I absolutely do, but I notice a difference. And if you go back, if you just click on my channel page and look at the videos, when there is an undesirable title there, the video will get 70 to 80,000 views. And when there is a desirable title there, the video will get 100,000 or more. So I could have titled yesterday's videos of getting coins wiped to had a bad start or something like that, something related to the gameplay specifically, and it would genuinely have done 20 to 30,000 views less than what it's done. So in terms of my YouTube being a business and me wanting the best for myself, I want to obviously put as the title the most just not the most, something that I think will entice a viewer to click on my video over the many hundreds and potentially thousands of other videos that might be in your sub box for you to watch. So I apologise if you think it's clickbait. I apologise if you regard it as clickbait, not if you think it is clickbait. You know, if whether or not you regard it as clickbait it is actually like in many senses an opinion. Like what I would consider clickbait is if I titled my video, "Oh my fucking god, I got FIFA 18." and then I didn't have FIFA 18. That's clickbait. It's a lie. You're misleading the viewer into clicking the video. With my videos, the title is always part of a topic of discussion or part of something that happens in my video. Whether, you know, and then it becomes a point of whether or not you think that that's clickbait or alludes to clickbait. For me, it potentially is over dramatizing what's in the video, but that's YouTube. It's a dog-eat-dog world. If the title for you is enough to say that even though you love the content, regardless of the title and thumbnail, that you don't want to watch it anymore, I apologize for you know, for offending you, and I thank you for the time that you spent on the channel. But as I say, you can see clear as day when my titles have a very good title versus when my titles have a very average title, the difference in views. And tell me if you were in my situation, you wouldn't do something similar where you can literally dramatize your title to get more clicks. And in the truest sense of the word, it is clickbait, because all media is clickbait. When somebody puts a tweet out, they put a tweet out because they want you to engage with that tweet. When somebody posts a video, they want you to engage with that video. When somebody posts a news article on a website, they want you to click on that news article and engage with that news article. So in essence, everything is clickbait, because nobody uploads a video thinking, my God, I really hope I get no views today. That's my aim, for no one to click my title. It's always about clicks. It's about numbers. You know, the social media industry is about what you can get in the time that you're relevant. This is what I've chosen to do. And if you actually look back on my videos, it's been like this for a long time. It's not like it's new. I think the video that you left a comment on is the most outrageous of the titles that I've put. You know, getting coins wiped. I can absolutely fully understand that a lot of people would have read that thinking that I got my coins wiped. I genuinely see that side of things. But if you go down my videos, let me just take a random video from 2 months ago. So we've got my Elite 1 monthly FUT Champions rewards, which I got. But even then, Elite 1 monthly FUT Champions rewards, that is clickbait. I've made sure that I've got the words Elite 1 and FUT Champs rewards in, because even though it's monthly and Elite 1 is the same as Elite 3, what you'll find this month, which it will be hopefully next Thursday, you'll find that my title is called Elite Monthly FUT Champs Rewards, because it was an Elite 1. I won't put 3 in because it won't benefit the title, it won't benefit the clicks to the video. As you guys know, I'm always fully open and fully honest with all this kind of thing. You know, I want to be on a wavelength with you guys. Let me find a video. Let me find another video. There you go. 3 months ago, a video, episode 106, is titled #1 ranked on Xbox FUT Champs. And that is because I played a guy who at the time was #1 ranked on Xbox in FUT Champs. I wasn't ranked #1. I think it's very fair to say people knew I wasn't ranked #1. But that is a title that was over dramatized to get people to click the video. I know this Road to Glory channel is a very unique channel in the entire YouTube industry, and I mean that. I mean not just in the FIFA community, in the entire gaming community. This Road to Glory channel is like none other that I've seen. It's a gaming channel with a series, which typically series don't do very well after a certain period of time. Series start up here and they steadily decline over time as people lose interest, and new people that might join the channel. Like if somebody new here joins this channel, we're at episode 208. People will be like, damn, I am not watching 208 episodes to catch up on this. They'll just not watch the channel. So for me to get a steady influx of views of around 80 to 120,000 per episode for over 200 episodes, it's incredible. And I value this channel a lot, immensely. I value this channel. I value the community, the relationship, the bond that we've built together, more than you have any idea about. And I have like in my mind's eye, in my business plan, like for YouTube, my next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, I see at the start of FIFA 18, as long as the game is good and YouTube is still a relevant factor for me and for FIFA, I think the views on this channel will slowly start to overtake the views on my channel with 1.4 million subscribers. And that's just because this is a channel that has very high engagement. For the number of subscribers I have, I get a lot of viewers. And for the number of viewers I have, I get a lot of likes and a lot of comments. So the engagements on this channel are always pushing this channel, where in my other channel, got 1.4, almost 1.5 million subscribers. I get anywhere from 100,000 to 300,000 views per video. I don't often get as many likes on that channel as I do on this channel, and I never get as many comments on that channel as I do on this channel. So the engagements are way lower, which means YouTube sees it as a channel that is not as worth as this one. So you know, in my opinion, this channel, and I don't give more to one or to the other. I make a lot of FIFA content. I prioritize FIFA content over anything else. Something comes out, I prioritize making one Road to Glory a day and one main channel video a day. I don't say, okay, let me do the main channel first, let me do the Road to Glory first. I don't put more effort into one channel or the other channel. I'm the same person in the same room, putting in the same effort all day, every day. It's just different styles of content. But as I say, your question, it was very fair. It was so fair to the point. I spent 12 minutes talking about it. And I would love to hear your guys' opinions on the question as well. So next question is from Feeder Productions. He said, hey NepentheZ, do you think EA takes too long to send us our rewards? I know they have to find the cheaters and whatnot, but let's be honest, they don't find any real cheaters. I mean, you don't know that. You have no idea what they do or don't find, because they're not going to disclose that. Do you think waiting until Thursday is too long? I find it absurd they take almost 4 days to give our rewards. I'm not sure how many people play FUT Champions, but no matter what, it shouldn't take 4 days. Especially because the CPU should just automatically give us our rewards. You might say that they have to find cheaters and all, but I want to know, do you believe they actually catch anyone? I don't think they do. I just think they're really lazy sometimes. Yes, I know people working in FUT is not that much, but still 4 days, like, if you agree. I mean, I think you're way, way off the mark with what you're trying to suggest. Initially, the rewards took a specific amount of time because FUT Champs was brand new. They used to come out at erratic times, random times. Sometimes it would be a Wednesday at 10 PM at night. Sometimes it would be a Thursday at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, it would literally just be random. And because, yes, they search for cheaters. And I still believe they search for cheaters. And I believe that they do remove people. In fact, there was a case, somebody tweeted me 3 or 4 weeks ago. If you looked at the top 100 when FUT Champions closed, the guy who was, well, they're basically, somebody that wasn't in there was all of a sudden 100th, about 36, 48 hours later. So they do remove people, they do remove cheaters from there. But it's not about you getting your rewards, like, because what you're making it is you finished your game, so you want your rewards instantly. First of all, they've got to wait until the end of FUT Champs. Because you can't possibly know the top 100 until the minute that FUT Champs closes, which means everybody has every opportunity to move up ranks further into that time. Which means until 7 AM on Monday UK time, they can't do anything. Then it's in Vancouver, where EA is based, so that means it's late. So we're not going to get them until Monday at the earliest. Allowing 24 hours for them to check for cheaters is fair. And then I now understand why, or I understand why, I don't now understand why, I understand why they set the time to 6 PM Thursday all the time, because it was Wednesday at 10 PM. But the problem with that is they weren't selling as many packs due to people waiting to open their weekend league rewards instead of opening packs of the new Team of the Week. So it makes sense for them to push the Team of the Week rewards back an extra day so that they get an extra day of sales, they make more money, and they're happier. And I respect that. As a business perspective, I respect that. They can decide when to give us the rewards. They might say, okay, you play a full month and then we'll give you all the weekly rewards, all at the end with the monthly rewards. They have no obligation to give us the rewards very quickly or within a time that suits you. It's not about being lazy or not lazy, because the rewards are automated. Thursday at 6 PM every week, they're automated to that time. I think it's more of a case of being like needing a day or two to scan for cheaters, and then wanting an extra day and a half to make sure that it doesn't conflict with business ideals. I think that's very reasonable. And I think it's unreasonable to call them lazy because you want your rewards quicker. That's my personal opinion. Of course, again, feel free to disagree and discuss in the comment section below. But no, I think the rewards coming out Thursday are fine, because again, if we got them on Tuesday, people would just hold them until Wednesday for the new Team of the Week. So I think Thursday, if FUT Champs started a bit later, I'd say Friday even. You know what I mean? But because FUT Champs starts on Friday, they can't do it Friday. I think Thursday is is the best time. The best time for, like, economically, business-wise, for the viewer, for the user, for the player that interacts. I think Thursday at 6 PM is the absolute perfect time. I've got loads more comments, guys. I'll save those for another video, because there's a lot of really good stuff right there. But this is going to be the end of the gameplay now, guys. We are 15-5 after 20 games, which is so good considering we was 8-4 at the start. Managed to pull some big wins out, which is awesome. Let's get into the lives. Alright, guys, after 20 games, as I said in the last episode, there'd only be 8 games of gameplay today because I wanted to get it back to being 10 per episode. I've actually finished 15-5 after the first 20 games, which is not bad. I was 11-4. I was actually 8-4 at one stage. So to be 15-5 now, I've gone 7-1 in my last 8 games. And that one loss was on penalties, and it was to a good opponent. I can't fault that loss. I lost the penalty shootout because my goalkeeper dived the right way and didn't save the penalty, even though it was within the vicinity of his hands. But that's just FIFA. But I would state the case. I probably didn't deserve to take it to penalties. I conceded a goal. I ended up scoring late on with Sterling. I did the right thing, however. I changed formation. I went attacking. You know, I tried my best to get back into the game, even though I was being outplayed. And I forged my way back into the game. And what happened was, over the last 8 games, because I was 8-4 and I was sucking, right? I was playing bad, man. Like, I was getting frustrated at the game still. I was getting angry, like, at this stage in yesterday's video, or maybe the day before's video, I came after the 12 games when we was 8-4, and I was like flustered and I was heated, and I put my hand through the wall, and I didn't mean to. And it hit me with some perspective so quickly, right? So basically, where that picture is now, there's a hole in the wall. Fortunately, this room and the room next door are like all on the top floor, and I've always planned since we're moving into this house to knock this wall here out and have one huge open plan office, which is going to happen later on in this year. So the wall that I've damaged is getting not like taken out anyway, but I didn't hit the wall. Like, I didn't punch it, I literally like high-fived it, and it's plasterboard and my hand went through it. I was surprised. It wasn't even hard. Like, I'd lost the game, I'd turned my console off, put the control down, stood up. As I've walked past the wall to walk out, I've just kind of like high-fived the wall and my hand's gone clean through it. And I was like, God damn, like, even though it wasn't like a shot out of anger, it wasn't a punch, I wasn't raging, I wasn't mad. I was frustrated that I was 8-4, so I was kind of like slapping the wall to get out a little bit of frustration, and I put my hand through the wall and I was just like, this is just silly, this has got to stop. And I've been talking for weeks and weeks and weeks about me having issues defending and keeping composed and stuff. And so since that time at 8-4, I sat there and I started talking myself through games. And the reason why I'm going to explain this to you is because I think this might help you guys as well. So what I've been doing is I've been getting into the game, changing my team around when necessary, or if we're using the other team, just playing with the other team. And I've been in the last couple of episodes, I'm saying to you guys, I don't have the muscle memory to not use RB. I don't have the muscle memory to not sprint. I keep switching to my defenders and like lunging out with them, and it's causing me problems, and I needed to stop that. So I thought, what's the best way to do that? And the answer to that question was for me to talk to myself through the games. So what I started doing was literally that. When I'm in possession of the ball, I'm now sitting here saying to myself, just remain calm, don't sprint, find the easy pass, be patient, like, you know, don't rush the game. And I'm finding myself, most importantly, I'm finding myself not using the sprint button a lot. And by not using the sprint button, your team moves as a unit and you get far more opportunities. And with that, I've created a lot of space to score a lot of really, really easy goals. What you would have seen in this episode just gone is me scoring a lot of very, very simple goals. Tap-ins at the far post, low drivens because I'm clean through on goal. You know, Suarez, Torres, and Martial have just been having a field day. But what I've also been doing is defensively reminding myself, do not hold right bumper. And if I hold right bumper, immediately I just tell myself, let go of it. Even though I might have already screwed up a little bit and put my player out of position a step or two, it's not worse than continuing to hold the right bumper and aggressively push the defensive narrative. And I've been telling myself, do not switch back to a defender. And if I do switch back to a defender, immediately switch back into a midfielder and let the defender reset itself. And I'm trying to say to myself, if this guy scores on me because he beats my AI defense, he deserves the goal. And then it's my job to be able to try and outscore him. There was one game, the guy who we came up against a couple of games ago who had 5 at the back, the first sort of 4 or 5 minutes of that game, I could find myself like lunging in with tackles and stuff, and I was talking to Marshall at the same time in the call, and I was like, right, I've got to stop. I've lunged in a couple of times, I've got to stop. So I told myself again, stop lunging in, be patient on the ball. He's got 5 defenders, don't worry about it. Work the ball, play the possession, and eventually I created some space. I got in for the first goal, I got in for the second goal with Suarez, and boom, he rage quitted 2-0. So I've turned my, forget the results, forget the fact that I'm 15-5 right now and we're on a good spot to get elite for the week. I've turned my mentality around to the point where even the game that I lost on penalties, I lost it because I deserved to lose it, and I won all of the 7 other games because I deserved to win them. You know, it's refreshing finishing a game, no matter the outcome, and thinking that was a fair result. It's been a very long time in my FIFA career, this year in FIFA 17, that I've had an 8-game period where at the end of all 8 games I can sit there and honestly suggest that yes, 7 wins and 1 loss is a very fair reflection of those 8 games. Usually it's like, oh, I got 3 losses, I deserve to lose 2 of them, I picked up a win that I should have lost. Like, usually it's a mismatch, but in this occasion, I won 7 games I absolutely should have won, and I lost a game that I deserved to lose that I could even have potentially won if I was just better at penalties. So I'm enjoying the calming FIFA. I'm enjoying talking myself through the games and knowing, and this is something that I said in previous videos that I think is super important, and knowing that playing my best FIFA is all that I can ask for. If I play to the best of my ability on a game per game basis, I am very confident I will get Elite 1. But my problem is I let the emotions get the better of me, I take losses and start getting angry. But after that 8-2 there, something just snapped, literally changed inside me, and I was like, no, we're better than this. We're better than getting angry and letting the clouded judgment affect our gameplay. And here we are. You know, I'm 15-5. I've not broken world records or anything like that. I could potentially get to Elite 3. You know, if we do exactly as... In fact, if we even go 14-6, I can go 7 wins, 3 losses, 7 wins, 3 losses over the next sets of 10 games. Almost a 2-to-1 win-loss ratio. I can literally do win-win-loss, 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 win. And then win-win-loss, 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 win. So it's other than the 2 extra wins that we need out of those 20 games, we can literally go, what would that be? That would be 12-6 and still get elite. I can literally get, you know, a 60% win ratio, a 66% win ratio now and still get elite. But I was talking on Twitter, and I'd like to take your guys' opinions and thoughts on this. I don't know now if I actually want to not get elite. If I can't get Elite 1, not get elite at all and stop at Gold 1. Maybe actually stop at 28 wins if I can get there, just to make damn sure that I'm good for monthly. Because I'm at a point now, and this I asked this on Twitter, and the general consensus was that yes, I should do this, and I want to ask your guys' opinion as well. I said to you guys I'm going to start saving my packs for Team of the Season, except for Weekend League reward packs. And for the Weekend League reward packs, I'm going to open them. But if I get Gold 1, if there's 6 weeks till Team of the Season, I can get myself 12 100k packs prepared for Team of the Season. If I finish Gold 1. If I can get to Elite 1, obviously I can get the 2 100k packs and the 2 Inform packs. But Elite 3 is not necessarily better than than Gold 1, simply due to the fact of those 2 100k packs. So I ask you guys, should I, at this stage, start getting to Gold 1 if I cannot get to Elite 1, finish and save my 100k packs and have an absolute blast at Team of the Season with an incredible amount of 100k packs that we could save up? I don't know when Team of the Season is coming. Last year it was the end of April. but it was a European football year. Sorry, like a major tournament footballing year. The year before, it came out 3 weeks later. So it might be a situation where we are 5 or 6 weeks, maybe even as many as 7 weeks away from Team of the Season. But it also might be a situation where we are 3 to 4 weeks. The reason why I would suggest that it's probably the latter is due to the fact that there hasn't even been, like, usually EA ask the community for the most consistent Team of the Season, and there aren't even threads on the forums yet for that, which means for me it seems like it's a ways away. Otherwise I think they would have that up by now if it was going to be the end of this month. So I think it'll be the middle to the end of next month, meaning we're looking at 6 to 8 weeks potentially, which again, in that stage I could save 12 to 16 100k packs. And then during Team of the Season, we could have a blast and get some incredible players. Of course, we could open all those packs and get absolutely nothing, but we could have a blast and get some incredible players. So my question to you guys is, Gold 1 or Elite 1? Or like, yeah, so basically, if I can't get to Elite 1, do I stop at Gold 1? That's my question. And do I save my packs? Might be quite boring for some of you, but as I've said so many times, I can generate coins, no problem, just through trading. And I've got 2 incredible teams that I can keep using anyway, so that it doesn't really make any difference if I open like rewards now. The likelihood of me getting a player that's going to be usable in my team or make any use to me at all is very slim. But during Team of the Season, it's very high. So I give that question to you. Before we get out of here, guys, I want to show you the stats of some of my players, most notably Fernando Torres. His goal to game ratio is slowly trickling down, simply because I've actually been using him at cam. In some games, just because I want the 4-star skill moves of Luis Suarez up front. And so I'll start using Torres at cam in some games and then striker in others. And so off the back of that, his goal to game ratio has come down a little bit. And we've had so many rage quits that in some games, there was a 3-game period where it was 1-0 3 minutes quit, 1-0 5 minutes quit, and 1-0 8 minutes quit. Torres didn't score any of the goals, but was in all 3 of the games. And so he gets three games on his record, even though the combined total minutes was about 16 minutes. He gets 3 games and no goals. So, you know, there's that situation. But his goals, games and assists is irrelevant when you just consider the fact that he is just phenomenal. I really, really enjoy using him. And to get 67 goals and 25 assists, what's that, 92 goal contributions in 69 games is very, very good. El Shaarawy, not so good. He could genuinely beat anybody in this team. In fact, I could put in like a Jonas, Al Sommer. I could put in the Fernandinho card there and get myself another regular midfielder. In fact, I could put in here pretty much any midfielder I would want in the team that's not in the other team. So we could put Jonas in here. Although he's on the bench, I could still put him in there. We could put Julian Draxler in there. His card's not great, but when you compare it to El Shaarawy, it's actually much worse. Dele Alli, we could put in, although we have Dele Alli in the other team. Nasser Chadli, we could put in there. Let's go and have a look at centre mids and strikers. We could throw in... Could put in Harry Kane. Now, if you actually look at Harry Kane's stats, he's got 2 less dribbling and 12 less pace, but other than that, he's a better all-round player. We could put Harry Kane in there. We still get 100 chemistry. Harry Kane would then be a centre midfielder alongside Costa. Then it would be Suarez or Torres at cam and Nainggolan at centre mid. But if I'm looking for like a centre midfielder, I could put Roberto Firmino in there. And then have Firmino and Costa as the 2 centre mids. Nainggolan as a CDM. And Suarez or Torres at cam with Lukaku and the other player up front. Because although El Shaarawy has got very good stats... a 4-star skill moves and 5-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot, he just doesn't get involved. He just doesn't. It's not like he's missing chances or missing passes, and it's not like the lack of chemistry is causing issues. He just doesn't get involved. He doesn't see the light of day. So I wonder if like potentially playing the a Roberto Firmino there anyway, who is more suited as a midfielder, a centre midfielder. I would argue. I don't know actually. What's El Shaarawy's work rates? High, medium, 4-star, 5-star, 5-10. He's got the makings of a great centre midfielder. He just doesn't do it. He just doesn't it just doesn't do it. It just doesn't. There's no two ways about it. This Dele Alli card I'm really enjoying in the other team. He doesn't have a great return either, but he is also a centre midfielder in a 3-man centre midfield. But yeah, for me, El Shaarawy, I would probably prefer like a bulldog centre midfielder than El Shaarawy. I could put Zlatan Ibrahimovic in there and play Ibra at cam, and then Suarez in midfield, and Torres and Lukaku up front. I don't know. I don't like the fact that I don't really get much games with Ibra anymore, because he's been one of my favourite players this year, and it's that lack of pace, man. It's just damaging. But his team of the season card is going to be deadly. It's going to have probably around 80 pace, so with a Hunter card, whew, it's going to be good. We could get the Lacazette in there. I mean, he wouldn't have the chemistry, but we could throw him in there. Etu the same, Gignac the same. But we're looking for a centre midfielder, really. And I don't really have too many centre midfielders to play. I mean, we could put Dendoncker in there. Pretty decent card, to be fair. Medium high, 6'2". We could play Dendoncker at CDM and play Nainggolan at centre mid instead. For now, I'm going to keep it the same, just because that's where we're at. But this is going to be the end of the video, guys. Give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.